What's up? I did a cover of Alewife by Clairo like a year ago, and somebody just asked if I could do a tutorial on how I play that song. Kind of forgot I even did it, but yeah, I figured might as well show you guys if that's something you're interested in. So I'll show you two ways because the way that I originally played it, I don't think is actually how she's playing it on the track, but I'll show you that way anyway. So it's just standard tuning, cape on the 3rd fret, and there's 5 chords-ish, and it's just the same all the way through the song. And it kind of centers around this, like, I don't know if riff is the right word, but like these notes that you'll recognize if you've heard the song. It's like... So those are the notes that it kind of centers around. So I'm just building the chords around those. So those are the notes that you want to emphasize when you're playing the chords because they're like within all of the chords that I'm going to show you. So the first chord is a C, just like a regular, and you'll hear that first note. Your middle finger is playing it. So when you strum the C, just kind of emphasize that, and there's like some hammer-ons that I do there to get that little. So it's literally the same thing, but just with strumming, and I'm only doing the hammer-ons with my middle finger, so it's like... Okay, and then into the E minor is the next chord, and then that gets this next note, which you're playing with your pointer, and I kind of throw in like a G in the bass just because I think it makes it sound more interesting. You don't have to do that at all, but... and then the next chord is a G. So that's the note that you're getting there, your open D. And then I've seen like on the tabs and stuff, like people do a minor and then into an F. So like the chord you're going to end on is an F. I do like the cheat F, which is kind of like a C, but then you move this down and it looks like that. But right before that, going into the G, so if we go back to those notes, it's like... And then you get this note when you're doing the F, but that, you could play an entire A minor, and then go into the F, or you could just hit that note. I think it's kind of easier to just be like... but you could also just go... Up to you. Anyway, so that would sound like... yeah, and that goes all the way through the song, so it's like... In Massachusetts, only 30 minutes from Alewife. Yeah, all the way through. So that's how you would do it in standard tuning. That's how I did it in the cover that I did like a year ago. But then the other day I was noodling around in an open tuning, and I think I actually figured out how she does it, and I don't think it's this way. So that way is, I would argue, a little easier actually, but it is in a different tuning, although I highly recommend trying out lots of different tunings. Like, I'm always looking for an excuse to be in a different tuning. I don't know, I think it sounds cool, and also, especially if you're writing, at least for me, it helps me, like, when I'm in standard, I just keep going to the same chords. So if I'm in some, like, whack open tuning where I don't know any chords, I'll just, like, start playing stuff, you know? And so it's, like, more creative, I guess. Anyways, I'll show you how to get into open D really quick. Hopefully, like, none of the strings will snap, because that happens often since I'm, like, always going in and out of different tunings. Also, if you can't tell, I'm a little congested, so sorry about that, I guess. Oh well, I don't know, whatever. So the first thing you're going to do is find your low E string, and then your D string, which is like your 3rd, and you're just going to make them the same. So So your top 3 strings are going to sound like this. And then your G, the rest I don't really know, I just know it by ear, so praying that none of these snap. Sorry, I'm like making this face. I'm so traumatized from like having so many strings snap in my face, so I'm like closing my eyes. Okay, there we go. So it's, so you can pause and make sure you got that tuning. Then for this, we're gonna go capo on the 3rd fret. Oh, it's so nice. It sounds so good. So that's actually your first chord. Literally just an open strum. And then the rest of the other 4 chords are the exact same shape. You're just moving them up and down the same 2 strings. So we're going to go to the 4th fret, yeah, here. And you're just going to take either these 2 fingers or these 2 fingers, doesn't really matter. And then stick them on the top 2 strings. Those are the only strings you're going to be covering. And so it will sound like that. So it goes from, this is wrong. I have it on the 3rd fret. It is not. It is supposed to be on the 1st fret. I'm sorry. Ignore that happened. There we go. I was like, that's too high. Okay, so it's the same thing though. So open, 4th, then you're gonna go 7th to the 9th, and then down to the 5th. So that's, I'll show you close. So it's open, 4th, 7th, 9th, 5th. So then it's gonna sound like. There we go. So, and that goes all the way through the song. So it's like, in Massachusetts, wrong. In Massachusetts, only 30 minutes from Alewife. I lay in my room, wondering why I've got this life. They showed up to my door, my parents didn't know what for. Anyways, it's like that all the way through. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. Maybe I'll make some more tutorials. Haven't really done that in the past, but since my Charlie Hickey tutorial was such a smashing success, figured might as well make some more. So thank you guys. Have a great day.